When we were aspirants, that is the first years of our seminary life, we used to have a monthly spiritual practice, which was called at that time exercise for a happy death. Now this is termed as monthly recollection. But this exercise for a happy death had a very special prayer we used to recite at that time. A prayer that we used to recite together, very frightening prayer. That prayer was called Prayer for the One Who Will Die First Among Us. Similar things are needed today for all of us. We all need to have an exercise for dying well. Today's second reading and the third reading are talking about how to prepare ourselves for death. The art of dying is very important exercise for all of us to learn as Christians. How? The reading speaks about how to die well. First thing, be faithful. And we have a beautiful example in the second reading. One was very faithful till the end, Abraham. Abraham is presented to us in the second reading in the letter to the Hebrews as one of the heroes of our times. Abraham was faithful. Faithfulness comes from faith. He was a man of faith, father of faith. Faithful till the end. Are we faithful till the end? Are we Christians everywhere? Are we priests everywhere? Are we religious everywhere? That's very important to die well. Second thing, be awake. And we have a beautiful example of the servants who were awake in the gospel reading. To be awake means to be ready. To be ready to meet the Lord anytime. Once Dominic Savio was asked by his mentor Don Bosco this question while he was playing. If the Lord were to come now and take your life within an hour, what would you do? And we would have answered many ways, thinking we would go for a confession, we would go and wish goodbye to our friends and families. But you know what Dominic Savio said? I would continue to play. And I am doing God's will. Are we doing God's will all the time? Then we are ready, awake, alert to meet the Lord. Third thing, be servant always. Jesus presents to us the image of a servant for all of us Christians. What does it mean? Doing our duties well. We are not asked to do any extraordinary duties. We have to do our daily chores well. Be a servant always. And if we are doing our duties well, though we are servants, the Master, the Almighty, will come and serve us at the end. That's a message the Lord gives us. Are we doing the art of dying well? One of the novels, very popular novel, is called Tuesdays with Maury. Later it was converted into a movie, very beautiful movie. It speaks about a dying professor, a college professor, Maury, at the last stage of his life. But even at that time, there was a student who was visiting him every Tuesday. And this dying, aged professor gives him lectures about life, lectures about meaning of life, how to handle life even at the last days of your life. And this Maury professor's philosophy of life to this student was this: if you know how to die well, you will know how to live well. Similar sentiments, probably deeper sentiments, are expressed in the Bible too. In the Old Testament, book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 3, it says, it is better to go for a funeral than for a feast.